All right, so we have Lane here with his
98 Peterbilt with a Cummins 8.3.
And what are we doing to it today?
Putting a bigger turbo on it and hoping I can't burn it to the ground.
We are doing a Summit Racing Pro S476 turbo. He originally bought a 125 AR turbo. A little reconsideration, I think we might swap it to a 110 AR for a little bit quicker spool down low. The problem that we have with this is they don't manufacture anything directly for the S476 turbo to bolt directly onto his Cummins 8.3 in this specific chassis. So we got to do some custom.
Fabricating magic.
Fabricating magic. We're going to be making some new inlet pipes, downpipe, and intercooler pipes. We got a bunch of stuff from Ace Race Parts, 4-inch tubing, 5-inch tubing,
3.5-inch flanges.
some flanges, a Marmon flange for our downpipe. We're going to be running a 4-inch downpipe to a 5-inch exhaust adapter, and then we have a full 5-inch aluminum tubing that we're going to be doing for the inlet to the turbo, and then 4-inch into the intercooler. It seems like a pretty simple setup. I think we're going to pretty easily knock this out here, and then maybe Tommy down the road is going to powder coat it. Lane's probably favorite color, green.
I mean, it doesn't have a whole lot of green on the side of the truck, but
he's got all the green LED lights and everything. We'll showcase those. But I guess we're going to get ripping on it. He's done a lot of stuff to this truck over the years. He bought it, what, we just talked about this the other day, like 2021, 2022?
Yeah, 21, 22, something like that.
It was 22 because that's the year
yeah.
the Jeep was built, and you got this right before the Jeep. So lots of upgrades, a lot of stuff done on the interior. He uses this guy to haul fifth wheels and goosenecks around the country doing PBR dirt work, which is pretty cool and exciting. So if you're ever at a PBR event, this man is the one behind all of the dirt in the arena. Been my friend for a really long time, and I guess we'll get this not crappily put together for him.
You can see from the conjunctive subterfuge that I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's not a boy, it's not a girl, it's an S476. Calculations were incorrect.
I think we just got to lose that hose.
Well, we're not using it anyhow.
Yeah.
We can trim that bracket.
Oh boy, is that tight.
Yeah, we don't want to rub the front housing, you know what I mean?
It's got like 2 millimeters of clearance,
Does it though?
barely. There's a gap there. It ain't much.
Luke is stealing all of Lane's center cap or lug card.
So our first issue we're running into is this old oil feed line for the turbo. It's got this probably 30 or 45 degree fitting on it. So we picked up a couple deals to go to an AN hose because apparently you can't get something like this made. Nobody has the fittings for it. So when you pop the AN adapter in, it is right off the manifold, so you can't get the angle to get onto the fitting. So that's the first issue of the day, and it is 10 o'clock.
Well, we have the other issue with the large turbine compressor housing.
Well, that was to be expected more than anything. I mean, I'm putting a turbo that's almost twice the size of the old one on there.
We're gonna have to take off the radiator support mount and do some trimming to get the the front of the housing to clear, because we still need to rotate the inlet, I think, down a little bit. And when we rotate it down, obviously it's a snail design, and
It's going to get thicker.
it's going to be rubbing, and we don't want to rub through the aluminum housing. So the original intake tube is 4 inches off of the filter, and it's got this really sharp 90. So Ace Race Parts supplied us with a donut 5-inch, and we're going to cut that donut into at least 2 90s. We're probably going to have to spread it a little bit because it is a really tight radius donut, to pretty much mimic the same exact design here, except in 5-inch, because the S476 has the 5-inch inlet to the turbo. And then they also have the adapter here from 4-inch to 5-inch. We're going to be running just straight 5-inch, which the air filter boxes already has a 5-inch outlet. So that's going to be really easy with just a really simple 90-degree and then 180 made off of the donut. That's the game plan for that.
So, several mildly successful trips later to Summit. We've got all of our oil adapters and hopefully all the pipe we need, and if we don't keep returning the parts that we need. Got the turbo mounted, got hopefully all the pipe if we don't keep returning the parts that we need. Hopefully we can get all the stuff welded up together and in place. So after a slight delay and a unsuccessful trip to Summit because we accidentally ordered something that's back ordered, we are getting the intake charge pipes fabbed up. They're cut to shape, ready to go get welded. The intake side of it should be fairly quick to put together with the donut that we got, and now we just got to figure out how to make a 90 more 90. So this 90 that we have just isn't quite tight enough. It's a 6-inch 90 instead of what we were looking for was a 4. So it's not quite making the corner to get down to the next angle going for the downpipe. So we gotta make some figuring on that. That one's our next massive part of this project. So we've got a 3.5-inch V-band on the outlet of the turbo to a 3.5-inch to 4-inch adapter and a 4-inch pipe coming back over to the factory boot. And it's all falling right together with 0 effort, ready to just fall right into the truck.
We got Lane's truck wrapped up. We have the new charge pipe done, the new 5-inch full intake tube done. We cut up the 5-inch donut to make the nice 180 there, and then we fought all morning with getting the exhaust downpipe. That was a real pain in the butt. Summit Racing did not have any tight bend 4-inch 90s available, so we really had to make the best work with the 6-inch bend radius in the 4-inch stainless steel. We were able to get it. It looks really, really nice. We were back purged it as we TIG welded it. He is trying to wrap up because he has about an hour and 45 minutes before he needs to be in Cleveland at the airport to head to Las Vegas for a quick trip out there before he comes back and grabs this truck to then trailer stuff to Vegas. So really, really tight schedule. We knocked it out for him. Looks good, right? He's happy. Now, hopefully, maybe this weekend this week we're going to get the 2 charge pipes and intake tube all powder coated lime green form as well. So we did it. Let's get it fired up.
She's way down there on boost. I haven't broken 10 PSI yet. Might still be a little big of a turbo for this poor girl. My wastegate on my HX40 opened up at 20. We'll see when I get out on the road though.
Well, if you fill boost now, that 125 AR would...
It never spool.
It would never spool.
I might have to drop to like a 9.6. And I have a shelf full of turbos before it's all said and done.
Don't we all?
It's a good problem to have, right?
What does this guy do?
Get out of my way, I have performance testing to do.
We have not had a decent straightaway this entire time to actually really test the limits of the truck. Plus it's pouring rain, which does not help our situation. Not in the least. We've had traffic in front of us the entire time. I think we need to add more fuel though. I would assume that is our biggest holdup is we're not building boost quick enough because stock pump, stock injectors, and we just really
doubled the turbo.
We just really doubled the turbo at minimum. I mean that turbo is quite large compared to the XJ.
I'll send you over
HX44, HX40.
HX40W.
HX40W.
It's just the internally wastegated HX40.
Right.
With a T4 flange.
Oh, she wants to go. She wants to party. She's there.
Just too high in the RPM range because that's almost the red line.
Yeah, but if we get more fuel down low for the light sooner, you'll be up there before.
Which might be a fuel advance, right? If you advance it a couple degrees, light in the fuel a little bit sooner, right?
Well, you need more volume.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe fuel advance and volume.
I'll see about getting a set of bigger injectors.
But you still should be able to there still should be some tuning somehow to add more fuel, not just advance.
Well, you got the screw on the pump and as well as fuel plates. I've never tuned a 12 valve.
Yeah, we need to figure out how to add more fuel.
The only tuning I've ever messed with was computer stuff. This is all mechanical.